Hi everyone, my name is Harley and welcome to TransByDef on Saturdays. Today's topic is SRS and in prison, mainly with the case, mainly the Kosilek case. If you haven't read, I will attach some descriptions on the bottom here, and attach some links to the description. Pretty much a judge in Massachusetts granted a transgender prisoner to have SRS through the tax-paying money. There's been a lot of disagreements with this, and it's kind of like up in the air. I mean, it's been granted, but just the two things that I really think that the issues are on this subject matter is whether SRS is medically necessary and whether tax-paying money should pay for it. I think those two issues are being mixed, and there's this cloud, and it's, you know, one opinion, one way, kind of like that. So, here's the thing. In case you don't know, prisoners are allowed a free medical health care in a sense. It's to prevent treating prisoners inhumane. So, for an example, someone's knee is really messed up. Their knee is painful. It's giving them really anguish pain, and they can't live like that, you know. So since it's medically necessary, they will do an operation to fix the knee or something like that because it's medically necessary. That's kind of the situation there. Now, whether SRS is medically necessary, that's the question. And I will tell you this: dysphoria is really difficult to explain. It's a feeling that is very difficult, and this is the matter of why SRS may be medically necessary. So let me tell you this: dysphoria is a feeling. Like I said, a feeling is very hard to explain. Try to explain happy, or try to explain pain, or something like that. How do you explain those things? And the way to explain it is through similar experiences that people experience. Now, if someone hasn't experienced a bone broke, how do they, or a heart attack, or a panic attack, how do you explain that to someone? Or how do you, a person will truly not know what it feels like unless they experience it themselves. That's the same thing with dysphoria. It's very hard to explain what it feels like, and people really don't understand it. But I will tell you a brief thing about what it feels like. I feel like I am trapped in my body. Now, whether I was born this way or whether I came this way through environment, those are, you know, people tend to differentiate that situation, but let's just assume they're both the same. Dysphoria, you get a feeling of uncomfort, and a state of mind of, like, you get really painful anguish. You're not physically getting painful, but you're mentally are just, you're not synced. You're just like this, and you feel really uncomfortable about your body, and you're not only just uncomfortable in your body, but you're trapped in that body. You're trapped the way it is, and you just get this feeling like, I just need to get out. It's almost being like trapped in a room. You know that feeling? Like you're trapped in a room with white walls, and you just know you have to get out, and you can't get out, and that's kind of how it feels. And it's really a prison in your own self. And you know, there are medical treatments like that. There's hormones, and there's SRS, and you know, fortunately, I went to do hormones, and so far my dysphoria has eased a little bit. I don't know if I need SRS. I don't know that yet, but I need to figure out where I'm at, if I can accept this, and I need to accept where I'm at right now and accept everything, and then I can understand my direction if I really need SRS or not. But that's trying to explain what dysphoria is. And to leave someone in a state like that, I will say that is possibly considered inhumane. For example, if I'm transitioning, I'm at this point, and someone forced me to go back to that really agitating feeling that I have to go and transition back because it's the law. I would be tortured. Myself would be tortured. I would do anything I could to do it, including castration. Because castration, I almost attempted that a couple times. I've learned 4 different ways to do it. And the point was to get the testosterone out of my system. That was the reason. And for this individual, Kosilek, that individual may be going through this point right now where their only option is SRS, and because their dysphoria is at extreme level. See, dysphoria can be playing like, you can be little dysphoria or extreme dysphoria. Think of pain. If I pinch you, oh yeah, that's a little pain. Or if I like cut you or something like that, that's pain. Or there's an extreme pain and there's light pain. I think that's the same regarding with dysphoria. There's a level of dysphoria, and fortunately, who knows what the extreme level is? How do you know if my case is extreme, or how do you know if their case is extreme? There's no way to know. I mean, to be honest with you, there is no way to know. So that's that, and I do believe that SRS is medically necessary for certain individuals that are going through a really crazy dysphoria moment at that point, and the only option is SRS. I do agree with that. So hopefully you can wrap your minds about that. Now the second issue I would like to talk briefly about is the tax-paying money. Now I have a hard time wrapping myself around this, where prisoners who committed a crime get medical treatment for things like knee surgery and stuff like that, and this kind of virtual healthcare system by proxy, just because it's inhumane. But isn't it the same way to treat other people who need surgery for medical reasons? Inhumane to give them that treatment for people who do work, for people who do society work, and isn't that inhumane? Or even like to have someone live on the street, isn't that inhumane to leave them on the street? I don't know. I think those are really interesting questions. For my opinion, I really would think that the prisoners should be having to pay that off. Kind of like use the taxpayer money to do the procedure, because that might be a medical need now. But they will have to repay. It's almost like a loan. We'll give you the loan, but you're gonna have to repay it through road work, grass cuts, farming, or something that's gonna do society good, and they have to repay it. Community service. I really think that's the way it should be. Anyways, I'm gonna end it that way. I hope you enjoy. See you next time. Bye.